What's up, guys? Welcome back to Maury's Music and another edition of Guitar Store Virtual Tour. This is the Junior edition. Martin Guitar Juniors is the topic of the day. I want to say hi to Steve Smith, David Belcher. David B is on YouTube, and D Belcher is watching on Facebook. That's pretty creative. Let me know, are they synced up? Can you have them like on two gigantic big screens? Are two of me better? I'd love to know. If the answer is no, you don't have to answer. But Steve Smith, still recovering. Heart attacks ain't no joke, my friend. Thanks to Maury for the encouraging words. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you're feeling better as much as you can be. And knock on wood that you're every day, every song, you're feeling better and better and back to normal faster than anybody could expect. Paul Rosanna says, hi, Maury, everyone here. Good to see you, Paul. It's going to be a good show. I had to be extra careful. There's no spots on my shirts. You're going to see more of my shirt than normal because these guitars are little. We have the D Junior, the Triple O Junior, Triple O C Junior 10E, and the D10E Junior Streetmaster, or some combination of those words. It's kind of hard to keep all this stuff together, but we have some good pictures, we have some good guitars, and lots of room in the second segment for requests. I'm not sure if anybody has yet to tell us what to play. Custom M36 Adirondack, says Steve. So I don't know if that's still here, but it's the first one on the list if it is. David Belcher, Maury in stereo, twice as nice. Don't know if anybody else would ever say that. Don Howard, I've had my Martin D Junior 10E for over a year, and I love it. I've also had my HD35 a year today, and absolutely love that guitar. Love them both in different ways. Wow, that's not really a fair fight, is it? But yeah, the Junior, that's a good point. These guitars today especially, they're different tools for different jobs, and if you're going to go and do something that you need an HD35 for, no, you're not going to go for these. But a lot of you guys watching this program, whether it's live or later, you can probably agree these really have their place. There's something really cool about a very comfortable baby little dreadnought, or in this case a Triple O. Why don't we get started and take a look at Martin Guitar Junior Series next on Virtual Tour 183. Rosanna, good evening, Maury, everyone in the chat. Happy Wednesday. Lee's working, so might not get a chance to say hello. I thought he was going to retire. It's a race to the finish line for him and me. Let me know in the chat if you think I'll retire before him or vice versa. And while we're doing that, let's take a good look at the Martin Triple O Junior 10. Thank you very much for being here, Rosanna. Triple O Junior 10. This guitar is not as old as the D Junior. Once they came out with the Junior series and had a lot of success with the dreadnought shape, somebody at the R&D department in Martin thought, wait, we shouldn't just limit this to dreadnoughts. Why not make a Triple O nice and shrunk down as well? The instrument I'm going to play for you has a serial number ending in 290. Here we have a solid spruce top, solid sapele back and sides. Don says the Junior 10E does have a great sound for such a small body. I think they sound great for their size. I really do. Anybody who thinks that the LXs or the Juniors are just novelties, you really haven't given them a fair shake, because I think they sound really good, and I will prove it to you right now. Marshall's going to win the retirement race, says David. We're not playing against him. Hello from Zachary, says Harvey. What's up, Harvey? Good to see you. Harvey, do you mind if I call you Junior today? I'm going to call everything Junior. Just like that old Indiana Jones movie. Triple O10, not to be confused with the Triple OC 10E, which is up next. It's the same exact idea. However, we trade in the regular body for a cutaway. And this guitar has the addition of Fishman Electronics. Paul says, nice top. Don wishes Martin would make an OM13E. Yeah, you know, in the Road Series, you don't see a lot of the OMs. It's a lot of GPs and Triple O's. I'd like, yeah, that'd be cool. Which way were you thinking? Zero Cody would be cool, I think. OM13E Zero Cody. That'd be pretty cool. Be pretty cool if this is already in tune. Somebody was slacking. Right here. Jim Adams checking in from sunny SoCal. Blue skies and 75. Well, you know how to make a guy jealous, don't you? The other day it was terrible. It was chilly, 74, and a couple of clouds. All right, here we go. Back to the program. Triple OC this time. Triple OC Junior 10E. 984 is the ending serial number here. And again, we have the same construction. Solid top, solid Sapele back and sides. And again, these guitars are extremely, extremely small and comfortable. A really nice short scale length. Have to be a little bit careful. Don made a good point a minute ago about light attack. If I play these like Don plays his HD35, I'm going to go right through it. So it's a little bit for me to have to think ahead, play a little bit more reserved. Not my style at all, but that's what these guitars want, and I'll try to be true to what they're made for. This is not going to go into a bluegrass jam and send a D28 Rich Robinson home, but that guitar can't do this either. So Al McMean is here. What's up? Cold in New Jersey. We must be getting the you're east of us. Yeah, you're getting our colds going. I'll vouch for that. We have very little in common, me and you, Al, but except for the weather today. So good to see you here. Thank you. That sounds like Crystal Ball from Styx. That's completely accidental, and now I'm going to have to go and look and see if I can finish that song. Probably the A minor thing going on with that. Good to see you, Trellerism. Random question. Are the back and sides of the SC10E solid sapele? I'll answer your question with a question. Which SC10 do you mean? The SC10E, if that's exactly how you're naming it, that's going to be solid mahogany core with Koa fine veneer on both the inside and the outside. If you mean the new SC10E sapele, that's the, it's funny, that's the official cutoff for, now that we're selling the business. I didn't see those guitars up close yet. And they're that one and the D10E are the, that's like the pair of guitars where the end of our run stops. So I don't have any really good information on those. I'd have to ask you to check out Martin's website. I would think they are solid sapele, but I'd get myself in fast trouble if I take a guess. And let me know which one you meant if I understood your question. And thank you for being here too. Thank everybody for being here. I don't mean you guys have to go thank everybody. I would like to thank everybody for being here. That's the OOC Junior 10E from Martin Guitar. Again, the serial number ends in 984, and we tell you that because you're invited to check out this product on our website. Go to the Images tab for 6 more beautiful pictures, I think. Sometimes with the Juniors, I just put 2 up. Caught myself there with foot and mouth disease, but check it out. Go to the Images tab, even if there's only 2. You'll be able to look at them all day long. Don says they have a little more bottom end with medium gauge strings. That's what I have on my Junior 10E. Are you playing the, are they still retros? I'm curious. Or are you doing bronze? Excuse me. If you're just joining us, we have an international comment that I would need some help. I want to say hello to Christine P. David Belcher. Boy, I'm too thoughtful to try and say what that. I would make a joke. I would make that really fake attempt at speaking French, but it would just be irreverent. So, hello, Christine, and I'm glad you're here. And if somebody could do some Google Translate, maybe we can answer her question. It sounds like David's supposed to answer her question. Maybe it says David Belcher is the best guitar player, something ever, something on the internet. I can't quite make that out. Lee is here, hard at work tonight. Lee, that makes one of us. Next up, D Junior 10. Now this guitar has a pretty clever name. It used to be called the D Junior 10 Sitka, and a couple of years back Martin admitted that at any time now they could use Sitka spruce or Lutz spruce depending on what they have available. So this guitar's name changed to Martin D Junior 10 Spruce. And that just literally means this guitar could have a solid spruce top or a solid Lutz top. I should say it could be Sitka or Lutz, but it's not guaranteed to be either, so they just use the word spruce. The back and sides are still sapele. 643 is the ending serial number here. Lee wants to know if we could swap jobs. Because I'm going to leave mine soon, or do you want to work here longer than that? Let me know how you mean that. I would say yes. Chris says the all Sapele 10E. Martin says Sapele, but they don't specify solid, and the rest are fine veneer. Yeah, see, that's why I didn't want to answer that too. That's up for debate. I regret that I can't give you a better answer. I'm sorry. All right, Lee, thank you for the vote of confidence. Don, I have not tried the Kovar yet. I've heard good things. Little Neil Young Jr. on this one. All right, Vic G, what's up? I look like the Hulk now, huh? Jim Adams, how about a Martin Double O Earth in part 2? That's cool. We do have room for 2 or 3 more. I know Steve asked for the custom shop Adirondack M36. We have the Earth in part 2. That means we have at least 2 more spots available. Please don't wait. Allman Brothers, don't keep me wondering what we're going to play in the second segment. Don't make me think. Don't make us choose. Let us know what you want to see. The second segment is viewer request, so please, viewers, request. And maybe we'll get if you want to get the Big Brother, like a Big Dreadnought, I could play some more Big Neil Young. Let us know what you want to see in the second segment, because it's all your fault if that part of the show is a stinker. I take no responsibility. Past 4:30. That'd make a good mug too, wouldn't it? Next up, I think this guitar's been on the program very recently. Let me know in the chat if you've seen this. Maybe was it even last week? The thing is, we with every week being viewer requests in the second segment, sometimes I think I'm getting very creative, and I pick 4 guitars we have not shown in a long time in the first part of the program, only to realize that 2 of them were on camera last week. The Martin website has an intriguing outline of a new guitar, new era. Watch, they're going to come out with the best stuff now. I'm going to stop being a dealer, and they're going to come out with the coolest guitars. You wait and see. Do we have any CEO 7, says Lee? I'm sorry, we don't. We're sold out of the CEO 7 and the CEO 9, except for the Southpaws. We do have those guitars available in left-handed, but I don't have any right-handed CEOs to speak of, I'm sorry. But back on track, DJr 10E Streetmaster. Here we have the Sapele guitar with the Streetmaster. I wouldn't use the word relicking, but you get the point. The Streetmaster, what's a good word for that? It's the Streetmaster finish. It looks a little bit worn in certain places. 802 is the ending serial number here. Can we play a D16E mahogany? I think we do have that. If we can find that one, yes. Good choice. That was on another program recently. But if I tell you the program, I'll be telling you too much. So now you know exactly which program I'm talking about. DJr 10E Streetmaster. Road worn. Thank you, Vic. That's what I meant. Can't go wrong with Paul Simon, I always like to say. I wonder what he would sound like on a little guitar like this. All right, that's going to do it for the first segment. Chris wants to know, how about the custom shop D18 style with Addy top in the second half? I don't remember if that's still here, but I will take a look. And could we play an Eric Clapton, says Harvey. I don't have any Claptons left. I was just on the phone with a gentleman yesterday begging me for a Sunburst or a Natural. The Claptons are long sold out. Sorry about that. So we'll do our best to see what we can figure out. You guys gave us at least 4 or 5 good ideas. I think most of them are in stock. Give me just a couple minutes, and I'll trade you my time away with some really good Spoon Phillips music while I'm gone. And I'll try to be gone long enough that you can actually listen to the whole song. I don't want to cut it off either. So I'll be right back with some good stuff. Don't go anywhere. Okay, guys, like it or not, we're back. And like it or not, Martins and More is back. I want to say maybe 2 or 3 weeks. We're aiming for late December. Spoon and I took a little bit of time off, and now we're trying to get a couple of weeks ahead. If we can successfully record 1 or 2 more episodes, you're going to see us before the holidays are over. I'm aiming for maybe the last week in the month. But check it out. If you haven't seen it yet, go introduce yourself. You can find it anywhere you get your podcast or on YouTube on Mondays. Excuse me. And it's a really fun program. If you have seen the program before, I don't know if everybody here in the chat has seen every single episode, but now's your chance to catch up on something you might have missed. Go back and find your favorite episode, spin it again, and tell a friend. It's Martins and More. No, it's not. Martins and More. They're all these names are the same. Martins and More with Spoon Phillips Mondays. It's so fun. Check it out and tell somebody about it. All right. Now we have some really nice, a very nice variety of guitars, I'll say. Double OL Earth, M36 Adirondack Custom, D16E Mahogany, and Custom Shop D18 Adirondack. We're going to get bigger and louder. After a couple more guitars, I'm going to be able to hide behind them again. I want to thank you guys for giving us the chance to bring these on camera. And I really appreciate all of you guys being here. My name's Maury with Maury's Music. If you haven't introduced yourself yet, please take a moment to say hello in the chat. In the meantime, let me show you a better close-up of the Robert Getzel artwork Double OL Earth. This guitar is really stunning. It's a 00017 in every other respect. Very, very light finish. Almost no finish to speak of. If I showed you this, you might not even know it's a limited edition or anything special, but it certainly is. Matter of fact, shout out to Robert. We just spoke on the phone. And if you do have somebody interested in one of these, I should have told, well, I couldn't have told you because I wasn't sure this was going to be on the program. Now I can tell you to tell your friend, check out this program, even if it's on the replay. Harvey says, great looking guitar. Greg, thank you for being here. I'm sorry, I didn't see your request in time for the Custom Shop VTS 28. Next week, for sure, if you remind me, be happy to bring that down. We have a few of these in stock, but I'll play for you now. 736 is the ending serial number. What's up, Marco? How you doing? T-shirt time. All right. Thanks for being here, Marco. Oh, Steve Smith wanted to see the HD28 Amber Tone. You knew this day was coming. I have to tell you, that's sold out. It finally went. After showing it 73 times, somebody finally liked it enough to buy it. Can't blame him, can you? L Earth. Robert Getzel artwork. Check it out now at maurysmusic.com. Next up. Are the guitars getting bigger and better or just bigger? M36 Adirondack Custom. How many people in the chat have been on this program long enough to know that this is the Adirondack version of the Basement guitar? Check it out. This is an M36 in every other respect except for the top and the bracing are Adirondack spruce. Everything else about the lovely M36 is here, and we like it that way. There's not enough about any of these standard series instruments to go and take half the recipe and throw it away. We definitely want to keep everything similar. We have basically a habit of doing customs here at Maury's Music. Either we change the nut width and leave everything else alone, or the top and the bracing and leave everything else alone. Lots of stores take a different attitude, and they'll take a Martin guitar that's very famous and change a lot about it, and that's good too. We kind of found our niche to be let's just not fix what's not broken. Jim Barely late. My excuse is my guitar lesson just finished. Well, now none of us have an excuse because you're the only one working at getting better on guitar. And Mug's up to that. What's up, Jim? We should all be so diligent. We have a serial number here that ends in 063. This is the M36 Adirondack. Boy, imagine what it would sound like if somebody who's taking lessons would play it, because you're not going to hear that right now. Thank you very much, Steve Smith, for the kind words. David wants to know, we're bringing back the Spot the Difference game. Remember that? I could do that. Everything old is new again, right? Matter of fact, I'm looking through my scenes. I have this show is set up in order so I can just go to the next scene. And after the 14 scenes we always use, there's 40 or 50 old ones. And there's one called Dual Rectifier Game. I wonder if I could find it. It might be something I can queue up and we'll show you. I think it was the most recent one was 2 Mesa Boogie amplifiers with all these buttons and, you know, hardly a fair fight. Thanks, Lee. I like that song too. And thank you, Harvey. You guys are getting me nostalgic now. That's funny. I remember the Spot the Difference game, though. Some of you guys got, well, maybe not some of you guys, but some people got wise. And I think we found out they were opening 2 browser windows and magnifying glassing it. And, you know, there's always hackers out there. What are you going to do? All right. I got to tell you, this whole episode was pretty mahogany heavy. And I want the credit for it. I gotta say, especially Spoon and I, we get lots and lots of mail during the week. Very, very complimentary, but every once in a while I'll get an email that's just really genuine. They're just asking for advice, and they'll say something like, yeah, I know you hate mahogany, but ... and they'll ask me a question about a guitar that doesn't have rosewood back and sides, as if it's as if I won't answer them back. But I don't hate mahogany. I just love rosewood twice as much. But here's a mahogany guitar that I would say is very, very nice. D16E mahogany. Where my mystery guitar people out there, you recognize this fretboard? Recognize that look? As we're dwindling down our inventory, the sad truth is some of these episodes we have to reuse the same guitar. So it's going to have to happen. One of these days you're going to say, listen, that guitar is on the program every 5 weeks and I'm sick of looking at it, but we only have so many guitars left. D16E mahogany. Who can tell me in the chat what is different? What is the main difference, I should say, between this and the D18 size-wise? I want to see how many people are paying attention. Which do I like better, HD35 or M36? Probably HD35. I'm just a sucker for the big rosewood dreadnought sound, and when people ask me that question, I have to answer from the point of view of somebody who owns a really good rosewood OM, and I own a D45 as of recently, and I've only owned a dreadnought for a year, and I've owned an OM for all my life, so I think I would get an HD35 for those reasons. If I'd never had a guitar before and I was buying one, I don't know if my answer would be the same. Body Depth says, Lee, yes, I can't reach my applause button, but you're very right. And any nibbles on buying the store, we only had one person ask so far, and it isn't really worth saying that qualifies as a nibble, because I can't feel like it was a serious offer. But So the answer is yes, Jim. You still are have time to buy it. Not gone yet. I failed to acknowledge Carlos and Trollerism. They had the right answer to body depth is the difference on the D16E versus the D18. All right, gotta love YouTube typos. 999 depth body on the D16E, also known as triple O body depth. But let's play a little bit of a game in our mind. What would a 999 look like in Martin's catalog? Totally kidding around with you, but that would be a pretty cool. If a double O is bigger than O, triple O is bigger than a double O, and OM and triple O are the same size, what does a 999 look like? Is that the Super D? Of course, I can't resist fooling around a little bit. It's getting to be almost 5 o'clock, and I'm almost off the clock, so I can joke around a little bit. This show is so serious at the beginning, of course, but of course, I'm speaking from somebody who's never made a mistake in my entire life, so I can joke like that. It'd be a cannon. That would look bigger than a Dreadnought Jr. That's not the episode to talk about that. Just busting you, Don. But I have to imagine what a 999 is now. Even if you didn't own up to that, I still think it's fun to fantasize. It's almost 5 o'clock somewhere. It's almost a D18, except the big difference is the Adirondack top. 053 is the serial number we're playing here. This is just like the M36 we showed you. We took the D18, the reimagined version of it, and the only things we changed were the top and the bracing. And for what it's worth, it doesn't much matter, but if you're curious, you could ask the Martin Custom Shop to make only the top Adirondack and leave the bracing Sitka if you wanted to. It's not recommended, and it's not nearly a cost savings that would make you even entertain it. But if somebody's in love with Sitka bracing, you could leave that the same if you wanted to. But we didn't. Here we have the D18, and I really do think, a two-part answer here, I do think Martin made a hit a home run when they did give the scallop bracing, forward shifted scallop bracing to the D18 back in 2012. I think that version sounds miles better than the previous version. It's just my opinion. And if you like high headroom and more dynamic range, this is even a step past that. So it's not to say this guitar is better than the D18 for anyone else, because the standard D18 is just so good, but this guitar gives you a little more headroom to my ears. Almost 23 o'clock, says Marco. Military time, right? Let's take a look at and listen to the D18 Custom Shop, and it's getting to be that time. I'm going to ask you guys after this song, what was your favorite Junior in the first part of the show, but looking at the big picture, what was your favorite guitar altogether on today's program? Please let us know, even if you're watching the replay. Let us know in the comments section. We want to know what you think. Bear clock, says Jim. That's a good looking clock. Not better, it's gooder. All right, I got to do a little more on this guitar, but Chris doesn't need it. He already knows. D18 Custom is the best, the betterest, the winner. Just to keep things fair, I'll play it anyway. You're not going to stop me, even if the camera's not rolling. Let's see those votes. that's going to do it. I think I picked the right one to end with, Custom Shop D18. Please share this program with a friend if you know somebody who would appreciate watching this. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube, Martin versus Martin. Me and Marshall are going to go at it in a most serious way. We're going to have so much fun playing our Martin guitars and your requests. And we really hope to see you guys then. From all of us at Maury's Music, thanks for watching. Have a great night.